Not meeting English language arts standards in the state of California. 79% aren't meeting math standards. Last week, with the end of the legislative session, hope died for one of the latest efforts to reverse those numbers. AB 2774. It would have provided $400 million per year in additional funding to schools to support the lowest performing subgroup of young learners. And right now, that's Black students. Those dollars would have gone to kids not already generating additional state or federal funds. Though AB 2774 had bipartisan support, sponsor Assemblywoman Weber pulled it after lengthy negotiations with the governor's office. Dr. Angie Barfield, interim executive director of Black Students of California United, or BSCU, with me now live, along with Dr. Margaret Fortune, the founder of the Fortune Charter School System, which focuses on Black students. Ladies, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
First, I know you both have spent your careers on this issue, but for someone just hearing the startling numbers of how far behind African American students are in this state, what would the proposed $400 million in AB 2774 have done to improve things? And Margaret, let's start with you.
Well, African American children in our state are really struggling with the basics: reading, writing, and arithmetic. And that's what those dismal statistics are about. This funding would have provided resources for school systems to do something different, to provide additional instructional time and instructional strategies in order to improve the academic achievement of Black students from around the state. We're disappointed that that won't happen through AB 2774, but encouraged that the conversation will continue with the governor.
Why is this an educational equity issue, in your opinion, as opposed to Black students just need to be trying harder? Other students are obviously succeeding in the system, so it is possible, right, Angie?
That is true, but that's the myth that everybody wants to fall to, is that they just need to work harder. I can attest that Black students are working just as hard, if not harder, than every other student in the state. However, as of late, these students are calling for more. You know, at BSCU, we train these students to advocate for themselves and speak up. We have educators that say, I just didn't know. So this money would have truly went to help serve all of these students that are included in this data that is just spewed out year after year, making it look as though Black students are incapable of handling their educational needs when all they need is all of the other things that everyone else has the resources to achieve. So,
okay. And
it was a disappointment.
What is that, though? What is that for people who, like I said, are just hearing about this? What is it that everybody else has that Black students don't have, in your opinion?
This is really about access. It's about cultural awareness. It's about cultural competency. It's about the removal of low expectations on these students. It is about the abuse of the special ed system and how our students are placed there regularly just to move them along. So it's about accountability. We need some accountability to go towards the resources that are necessary. If we're going to be equitable, we must meet these students at their need. And that is, we need more cultural competency and awareness in this system in order to move all students forward.
Okay. Now, this measure seems to have fallen apart, not on the floor of either chamber, but in negotiations between Assemblywoman Weber and Governor Newsom's staff. There hasn't been any real clarity about exactly what happened, just that there might have been some constitutional concerns. I know that's something that frustrates the both of you. Prop 209 prohibits preferential treatment in education and other things based on something like race, but this bill did not actually mention Black students per se. It referenced the lowest performing subgroup of students, which just happen to be Black students right now. Margaret, what do you say about these constitutional issues?
We say that there are none. This is a bill that didn't mention race. It talked about academic achievement. And because of the systemic neglect of African American students, they are the lowest performing subgroup in math and English language arts. And the fix to this is what we give other groups of students who are behind academically. One, we acknowledge them as a hard to serve group of students and a high need group of students. But the other thing we do is we give them more teachers, more tutors, and more time. We're talking about spending more time in reading to children, having their literacy skills increase, spending more time on task with mathematics, And when we see school districts like Fresno Unified take these approaches where they reach out to parents and families and engage them in the academic achievement of their children, we're seeing results. We were really gratified to see unanimous bipartisan support for this measure in the Assembly and the legislature. Where it stalled was with the administration. Now, we understand from the governor that he will negotiate to have something in his January budget. We just hope that the scale of the investment matches the magnitude of the problem.
All righty, and we're almost out of time. So, Angie, I want to ask you, African Americans make up only about 5.6% of all the state students, small percentage, but what does all of California lose out on if this problem isn't fixed?
You lose out on thriving students that want to engage this system. California is home to them. They deserve every opportunity. And what you're doing is you are just really creating this system of where they're going to miss out, right? Grades matter. They want to go to college. They want to get into these places. We need to ensure that they have every opportunity. So California loses overall with this bill not going as far as it was supposed to go, and that's to the governor's desk, because it would have ensured that the work that could be done in our school districts and the supports that they need could have been serviced and handled. But unfortunately, we didn't get that far.
All righty, this is, of course, a discussion we'll have to monitor as we go through the next budget cycle and see where the governor's promises end up. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We did ask Governor Newsom for comment about extra state funding to help Black students catch up to their peers. And whatever happened with AB 2774, his office provided a statement to Fox 40 about his commitment to working on this issue, which in part points to his plan to, quote, develop a comprehensive proposal for inclusion in the January 2023 governor's budget that would focus increased resources and services on the needs of our lowest performing students.